Alrighty, folks, welcome back to the Wild West Crypto Show. I'm Drew.
I'm Brent.
And we have with us from California, Mr. Bo Polny.
Yeah, Bo knows.
Now, Bo, we're getting close to the end of the year, and I've been reading some of your stuff, and I'm telling you, there's a cliff down the river, isn't there?
Yes.
Yeah, tell folks out there, as much as you want to share, tell folks out there what the devil's going on.
Well, actually, it's a good point, the word you use. The devil's controlling the world right now, and they're trying to make the world believe that everything's fine. The paper monetary system, the debt-based monetary system we believe in and have used for generations now, is going to continue going on forever. Just keep buying the paper. They're going to keep printing the paper, and the value and paper has incredible value. That's the lie. That's what they're pushing on you. And unfortunately, it's when two worlds collide, only one wins.
Yeah.
And we are at a point in time where this financial world that we live in is about to pop. And it's crazy as it sounds. It's just for generations we've used this paper monetary system, but at some point things have to end. And this is basically a battle between good versus evil. This is really what it's come down to. And all you see is, they continually are printing money because they can, and they keep propping everything up. And the reason I see it every day, because I have when we met last time, I follow his history. I follow historical patterns. And it is just incredible to see these historic patterns that I have where markets have collapsed in history, or they've dropped 30%, 20%, big market crashes in history. Nearly identical time patterns and patterns are playing out right now, but every drop has been completely muted. Why? Because they have, via the derivative contracts and basically computer models, are able to prop up this monetary system. And so everything continues to look great until the one day, and I can use the word suddenly, it doesn't.
Yeah.
And so, you have to look inside yourself and ask yourself, do you believe what's going on in this world? Do you, look at the amount, from what I've gathered, I think they print, is it $100 billion a night right now to prop up the monetary system?
Yeah. And
$100 billion a night to hold up the system. And so you have to, and so before you say that, I just want to finish with one point. Please don't listen to me. Go and get on your knees, pray about this, ask, can this be sustained? And the answer you will find out is no. And then the bottom line is you're going to have to find out whether painfully or blessings, depending on what side of the fence you're sitting on. But you will soon find out that you're either right, or very wrong. So go ahead.
Yeah, and Brent, one of the things, and we see this all the time, you have to look for this information that is out there. The U.S. can do this because it is the world's reserve currency, and those days are ending, but most people are not paying attention to this.
Well, and the problem is most people are, we've raised several generations of people that are just basically illiterate when it comes to what the difference between free enterprise is and communism and capitalism and socialism. And, all they're such an instant society, just add water and stir. As long as they add water and stir and they get something that gels that they want, they'll put up with anything.
Yeah.
And so, the ability to critically think has been lost in our youth and probably kids all the way up into their mid-30s, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
You're right, and that's why the generation problem becomes a problem, because multi-generations eventually gets ingrained in your system that the dollar is going to go on forever, because in the prior generation the dollar was fine as well too, and it just the paper system just continues to go on forever. That is the belief when things go quite a long period of time. But then you can go back historically to you study other currencies, and you come to realize that that's never been the case. There's never been a currency that's lasted forever. This is the longest the currency's ever lasted. And why? Because now via computers, they have the ability to do extraordinary things. Okay. But this is now dragged on an extra from the crash of 2008. Okay. They've drugged this via computers an extra 11 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at some point the computer only works so far before things start to get a little insane. And then at this point in time, as crazy as it sounds, prophetically, I got a reference. There is a lady by the name of, I'm not sure if you've heard of her before, but Lois Vogel Sharp. She is adamant, and I've sent you a few videos, I think, of her, but she is adamant that God has prophesied through her that before Christmas, which is, what day is today? Today's the 12th of December, okay? So this is supposed to be the worst Christmas in history.
Really?
Yes. So between today, the 12th, and the 24th, which is the last trading day before Christmas, okay, 12 days, we're supposed to see epic financial events go down in the world. And what my charts are pointing to, which I sent you as well, if you wanted a reference here, but basically there's two things which I've said in prior videos and in interviews, and when I was in Vienna, I basically said that gold, silver, and cryptocurrencies do a powerful moonshot when the markets plunge. We are now here. And so right now, right before cryptos and gold explode, remember, if they're opposite, where should the stocks be today? High. Yeah. So the stocks are on their highs. Gold, silver, and cryptos, Bitcoin, and some strong currencies are on their lows. And we're about to see the exact opposite flip. And based on timing, it's supposed to, and what my charts are pointing to, is it's supposed to go down. So in terms of, so I know you guys, you call the Wild West Crypto Show, right? Love the name, love the theme. And I did yesterday do some price projections for Bitcoin into the future. I will shock you as to what's going to happen with Bitcoin. But all these numbers are extremely plausible and possible for the very simple reason the patterns replay themselves, as we talked about in history, okay? And so when Bitcoin last year was at $3,000, we called the bottom to the exact day.
Right.
And that was on the 14th of December. Today is the 12th of December. Today, Bitcoin made its final pullback low.
I tell you what, Bo, I've got to stop you right there because this segment's up. And folks, but let me tell you something. If you're listening to this, you'll be able to go to our YouTube channel and our other areas that you can see the full thing, because we're going to bring him back because people don't have to go down with the ship. There's a hedge against this.
We're not letting Bo go.
Yeah, we're not going to let you go, Bo. So, folks, listen, catch the rest of what Bo has to say. You can subscribe, and there will be a link here where you can subscribe to his very accurate charts. So, this is Wild West Crypto Show. We'll be back here in 2 minutes.